What is up, everybody? Don's here. We're back with another video. It's literally the next day from yesterday's video, or by the time you guys see this, it'll be last week's video. But yeah, it's Saturday. I actually just put out the video, the last video, which is supposed to be Friday's video, out today, which is Saturday. I don't have my watch on. My phone is in my pocket. Okay. Today's Saturday, June 16th. I was supposed to put out the video Friday, June 15th. But due to technical difficulties, which I fixed now, I had to upload the video today. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video, go watch that video. We did some tires on the truck. We did everything like that. So today, we're gonna tackle the brakes now. I pretty much have everything I need to do the brakes. I actually do have to make one more trip back to the parts store because they gave me, I had to go back for the wheel seals for the back of the rotor when I do the bearings, and I'll show you guys that. And what else was it? The lady gave me the wrong, the inner bearing. She gave me one wrong inner bearing, so I have to take one back and then replace it with a different one. She gave me the wrong size one, so I gotta take that back. But I got one side pretty much of everything, so hopefully we have everything that we need to at least do one. I at least want to do one to test it out and see how it goes and stuff like that. So yeah, I already got the wheel off. Let's see if I can. I already got the wheel off right here. Now I'm gonna start by next. I'm gonna take this dust cap off. Easy peasy. And yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna assess this situation right now. I pretty much know what to do, but I'm just gonna assess the situation, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, guys. So far, we got the caliper off, right? And then what I use for that, so the caliper bolts. There's two of these long caliper bolts. Sorry, camera's don't want to focus. But yeah, we got these two caliper bolts. It looked like it's a hex. I believe like a hex key, but I didn't have any hex keys, and I didn't really want to buy any more stuff than I needed to. So there's two of those. They go through here, the hole, the top and the bottom hole, and they go through here in the bracket. Same thing, right up top. Go through the bracket. And what I use, since I have some Torx here, there we go, T55 Torx. Use that if you don't have the right tool, right hex key or whatever. So yeah, that's that. I already loosened this nut. I took the cotter pin out. And I got the nut loose. The nut obviously isn't going to be that loose because these shouldn't really be that tight. They should just be snug as far as tighten it back. But yeah, so I got that loose. So now I'm about to take that off all the way, and then we're going to take the rotor off. Alright, boys and girls, we're back. I had to go on a little trip. But yeah, we're back finally. Hopefully we got all the right parts. So we got our inner seals here, our inner bearing seals. We got our inner wheel bearings, and then we got our outer wheel bearings. So we have everything. We got the rotors and pads right there. I already showed you guys this. Not sure if I showed you guys this. I don't remember. But yeah, so we got the auto assembly off. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna clean all this right here. We're gonna put some fresh grease there. We don't need nothing from this, but I was taking this apart. I was taking this apart that way so I can just look at it, make sure everything's the same as the new stuff. And like I told you guys earlier, or in last week's video, is that the new rotors come with the inner races. As you can see, it has the race right there for the outer bearing, and then it has it for the inner bearing too. and that's the inner race for the inner bearing. So new ones come built in the rotor. All I gotta do is just slap the bearings in there. Gonna clean this up, and we're gonna put everything back together on this side, and we're gonna see a complete side. So let's get it. All right, guys. So we're back. So now we got our rotor right here. We got our correct bearing, inner bearings right here, and our outer bearings and our inner seals. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna pack the bearing. We got the correct seal. Don't focus a little bit more. Okay, we got the right seal this time. So I'm gonna pop this up in there, and I just gotta tap it on. I'm gonna lightly. I don't have a light hammer I can tap it with, but I got my big Thor hammer. I got my Thor hammer right here, but I'm just gonna lightly tap the seal in. Okay. You guys are my witnesses too, by the way. Now, next step is to, whoa, we're a little out of focus there. There we go, a little better. So yeah, now we got the seal in. I'm gonna put a little grease inside of the seal, and then I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing for the outer bearing. But the outer bearing doesn't have a seal though, so I just gotta pack that bearing and then put it in there and then slap it back on the truck. So, be right back. All right, guys. So now I flipped the rotor over, about to pack the outer bearing. But I'm gonna show you guys this. We got the bearing in there, and then we got that seal. I greased that seal up a little bit, you know. So now I'm about to do the same thing. Get my hands messy. I'm gonna turn the camera this way. Let's do that. How about that? Yeah. So now I'm about to grease my hands up again. Do the same exact thing, and pack the outer bearing. Same grease I literally just put back. I'm gonna reuse. I probably really don't even need as much. And this one's littler, smaller, so yeah. That grease already coming through in the back. Alright guys, so literally as I was saying before the battery just died, yeah, I was packing the outer bearing now. Excuse me. Yep, I think we're just about done packing it. Just going around a third time just to make sure. Always double check, triple check work regardless of what you're doing. And honestly, I need to do more of that because sometimes, I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes I don't. And that kind of fucks everything up. So make sure you double check, triple check your work and everything. So yeah. But yeah, finishing up packing this bearing, then I'm gonna put it in the rotor, and then we're gonna slap it back on the truck. Then we'll put the pads on, put the bracket back on. This ought to be done, and then we'll move on to the other side. And we got that inner bearing in, the outer bearing. Now, as I put it on the rotor on the truck, I'm gonna show you guys as I put it on the truck. But yeah, you gotta be careful with, because this will slide out because the outer bearing, it doesn't have a seal. So yeah. All right, guys. So as you guys seen, we got the bearing packed. Now I'm about to put the new rotor on. And like I said, you gotta watch this bearing because it will slide out like that, like it just did there. Okay. Make sure your rotor sits all the way back up against there. I think it is. So that's good. Very good. Alright, now you want to put your washer back in. Now this washer has a little tooth right here, so obviously it goes a specific way to a slot, and the slot on this is at the bottom. Don't know how well you guys can see that at the bottom, but I'll just bring you guys in. Let's see if I can get it focused right here for you. So yeah, there's a little slot at the bottom right here where my thumb is at. They go a specific way depending on which way that is facing. So washer, I don't want nothing contaminating this. I just cleaned it, but my hands had a little asphalt on it. Okay, so we got that on there. Then get your castle nut, grab your castle nut. And then we're going to screw that on there. Alright. Like that. Now we're going to, I'm not sure what size it is, but I use an adjustable wrench to tighten it or loosen it, you know. This one's slightly a little bit off though. I don't know how I got it, or how I got it off. I kind of hammered it on here. But let me see if I actually have another one to actually fit around here, so I don't have to hammer it on. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I couldn't find the right size because I don't have it, but so what I did, just like how I took it off, I just hammered this. This pretty much fits around the castle nut, but it was still off by like maybe like a couple centimeters. So right now, obviously you see I'm tightening it right now, and while I'm tightening it, I'm rotating the rotor so I can get it lined up with the hole, and just to make sure that the rotor still spans, because it doesn't need to be tight, it just needs to be snug. And that's most of the majority of the problems come from with people doing that. They snug these too tight. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, making sure this thing is fully on there. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep doing this until I line up the hole, so I can put my cotter pin back in there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and then I'll be back to update you guys. What up, guys? Dawn's back. As you can see, it's dark. It's dark now. We finally got the proper rotor, the right rotor, the correct rotor this time. And what I mean when I say that, what I mean by that is, if you guys would welcome me over here to this little section of my table and my workbench right here. this is the rotor that I had on here. This is the rotor that Advanced Auto Parts gave me. And like I told you, oh well, honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys the story a little bit later, but this is the rotor Advanced gave me. I went to AutoZone and got that rotor, which is the correct rotor, and I matched it up to the old rotor. So now we have the correct rotors. I just hope, honestly now, I just hope I really have the correct pads. Now, I'm gonna put the pads in. Hopefully they're correct. And we already tightened this up. We tightened this up back already. We got the cotter pin in there. Like I said, get you an adjustable wrench, or if you can find the right size. I don't know what size it is. I believe it would be like a 22 or 24 mil. In metric size, of course. Standard size, I don't know. Either way, I don't have the size, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, just get you like a nice big adjustable wrench, and then yeah, put it around the caster nut, turn it, and as you're turning, spin the rotor. You know, like I said before, the caster nut don't need to be that tight. It just needs to be snug, and then make sure your hole lines up for the cotter pin. So yeah, as I was turning it, I was turning the rotor as I was tightening it to make sure the rotor still spins.
Ooh, scare me.
And it does. You got no noises. It's rolling on there really good. So far so good. Now, but yeah, it feels really good to see and know that I have brand new rotors up front. And like I said, hopefully these pads fit. And we're about to find that out right now. Now I'm going to struggle by putting this in. And you guys get to see me struggle putting it in. Isn't that great? Isn't that fun? there's a little pin that came out of it, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. And I should have it, because I remember putting it off to the side, right here in my cap. This little baby, little cotter pin, goes in the bottom pin. Excuse me. Oops. No, that has to go inside with this one too. Alright guys, before the camera abruptly just stopped for some reason, yeah, we got this side is completely done. Look at that. It's so nice. That's pretty. That's pretty. That moves around well. It's so great. It's such a great feeling to know. Got new rotors, new pads, new bearings, everything. Like I said, eventually I'm gonna need to get brake lines back here. But not gonna say it's not really a big concern right now, but you know, I'm not too concerned about it right now. I'll get to it eventually. Granted, since I'm doing front brakes, I should be doing the brake line as well anyway. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, you know. If I gotta go back and do that later, I'll go back and do it later. It is what it is, guys. So now I'm gonna move on to the other side. Probably, I mean, it's the same thing as this side, so I'm probably not gonna show too much, but hey, I'll probably give you guys a time lapse here or there. But yeah, let's move on to the other side. Alright guys, so now we're on the other side, we're on the passenger side. So now, like I said, it's the same exact thing, but hey, I figure you guys will want to see this content, so I'll give you guys a little time lapse starting now. Alright, what up guys? So it's been, I'll be honest with you guys, it's been a long while. I took a break to eat and now we're back. So I finally got this caliper off, and I'm sorry, I know I was supposed to do a time lapse, but guys, that would have been a long ass time lapse because I had trouble getting this fucking caliper off because the piston was so pushed back. And look guys, there's literally no fucking pads left on the fucking thing. This is the inner. Oh, let me set you guys up real quick. Sorry guys, let me set you guys up real quick. Okay, but literally there is no freaking, if this thing goes freaking, well, I mean you can see, but yeah, there's no pad left. Look at this fucking thing, and it's just so pushed out. So this is the side that the piston was pushing up against. As you can see the outline of it. But yeah, like guys, I knew that the brakes on this side was bad, but I didn't know they were this bad. Now honestly, I'm really hoping that this piston will push back. But I mean, with the way this is looking, I don't know. But, or if anything, I hope my tool can get in there. I hope this is a tool that I used, and this tool works tremendously. But I don't think I can get it up in there. It might. I hope so. But yeah, guys, like, and literally, like, I lie to you, I shit you not, it's like 9:45 right now, p.m. obviously, because it's dark. It's still dark outside. But yeah, I've been working on this side for hours, for like 3 hours now or so. Yeah, it's like, it's literally it's 9:52, about to be 10 o'clock. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so happy to get this thing off, to have gotten that off. But now I'm just hoping that this piston pushes back. I'm hoping, one, that my tool gets in there and pushes, that my tool fits in there, because the piston is so far out. What? You know what? Now that I look at it, it will push back. But now I'm just hoping that my tool will get in there. Now by looking at it, I think it can get in there. But now I'm hoping that I'm able to push the piston back. Let's see if I can do that or not. We might have some problems here. Let's see. I need a better angle at this, guys. So once I get that angle, I'm gonna get right back to you guys. So as you can see, I got good news and I got bad news. Obviously, as you can see, I got it off, but where the hell is it at? Is the question. Boom. Right here. And it fucking... Oh, I'm so pissed right now, guys. And it's so crazy because it ripped off right here at the brake line. I guess pretty much at its weakest point. And it was so fucking crazy and funny at the same time. And my dumbass was like, I wanted to take the brake line off too. I wanted to disconnect the brake line too. And it just fucking ripped. But good news, that's the bad news. So I need a new brake line now. But obviously, like I told you guys earlier, I needed brake lines anyway. So now it gives me an excuse to buy brake lines now. And hopefully part stores have them tomorrow. Hopefully I can get them tomorrow. But yeah, I got the piston back. The piston was still good, so that's a good sign. I got that all the way pushed back, so that's a good sign. And as I was pushing it back, brake fluid was squirting out. So yeah, as you can see, made a mess. It's fucking like 10 something now. It's literally like 10:20, 10:30 right now. Let's see. And the last time I spoke with you is 10:09. 10:09 right now. And yeah, this is where I call it quits, because that shit just blew the fuck out of me. And I'm so stupid, I should have just took the brake line off. But like I said, I need brake lines anyway. But I guess what I'm gonna do to get myself ahead for tomorrow, I'm gonna look online tonight. Hopefully AutoZone or Advance has them. But I'm just gonna put the new rotor assembly, everything on the truck. I'm gonna put the new rotors and bearings together tonight. And I'm gonna just put on the truck that way, so that's good for tomorrow. And then, come tomorrow, all I gotta do is the brake line, which hopefully they have. So I'm gonna just do that, and maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I really don't feel like getting messy again, to be honest. But to get it out the way, I guess I'll do it. But we'll see. Alright, guys. Don's here once again to update you guys. There we go. It's 11:16. And so I decided to put the rotors and pads on, at least, you know what I'm saying? Alright, guys, sorry about that before my camera died. So as I was saying is, freak, I ain't got no light. Oh wait, I got my phone on me. Yeah, as I was saying before the battery died again, I just went ahead and put this side together. Everything's all in and outer bearings are greased up. I got the inner seal up in there. Yeah, everything's tight. This is snug, obviously, and tight. Brake pads are in there. Sliding pins are tight. So yeah, tomorrow, I already looked at Advanced Auto Parts. It says they have brake lines or the hoses, because I only need the rubber line. So I mean, hopefully they have it. Hopefully they have the exact one I need, because the one I looked at online didn't seem like that was the right one. So yeah, that's sad. Right, it's that sad piece right there. Hopefully they have them. I'm gonna obviously look some more, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna probably start editing this video to get ahead, and I'm gonna look for some more brake lines. Hopefully I can get some by tomorrow. But yeah, that's all together. By the sound of my voice, guys, hopefully you guys can really feel me right now. Like, I'm so bummed about that. And nevertheless, like, I did say I needed brake lines, and I guess you can say I jinxed myself. But basically, yeah, that just gave me an excuse to buy brake lines now. To be honest with you guys, I wasn't. Sorry, I keep moving. The camera keeps shifting. Sorry, but yeah. To be honest with you guys, I wasn't expecting to buy brake lines this soon. To be honest with you, I was gonna let the brake lines just ride the way they were, at least for now. But yeah, now I gotta buy brake lines. So it's not the end of the world, but I am super bummed, and I hope you guys can really. I'm sure you guys can really feel it, and I hate to spread this type of energy to you guys. That and it's fucking like 11:30. It's 11:24. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but it's 11:24. And yeah, I'm just so done at night. About to take a shower, chill, have a drink or something. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight until tomorrow. So, and check out this lighting in here in my sunroom. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. Until hopefully we get some lines, but see you guys tomorrow.